Oh dear, their
brakes on fire for Alex Albon.
That'll be a red flag, I would suspect, for the amount of debris that's on the track.
Holy I just lost the brake pedal.
You just see here, Crofty, you see something kind of long comes out. There you go.
Yes, a bit of tubing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's not how you like to see Formula 1 cars.
And that's going to be the second time in 2 races Alex Albon starts from the back of the grid. Valtteri Bottas on board now with him as he makes his way down this main straight. Bottas crosses the line, goes 9th fastest. Mick Schumacher, Vettel, Ocon, Latifi and Albon are the bottom 5. Ocon and Albon definitely out of qualifying as Mick Schumacher goes 10th fastest for Haas. And that pushes Hamilton now down into the bottom 5 as Sebastian Vettel goes 8th fastest for Aston Martin. His teammate Lance Stroll goes 8th fastest as well. There's personal best being set everywhere on the track by those that are pushing hard. And now Perez goes 5th fastest. We're on board with Lewis Hamilton, and Hamilton 14th, right on the cusp. Who's behind him? Russell and Latifi. They could go fastest. Latifi takes the flag, only 18th fastest. Russell goes 12th fastest. Lewis Hamilton does get through, but by the skin of his teeth. And what a disappointment in their home race for the AlphaTauri pair of Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly. Sainz, meanwhile, has the line in sight. It's a 1:18.9, so we dive straight into the 1:18s with Carlos Sainz. Mick Schumacher, who has never made Q3 in his Formula 1 career, along with Zhou Guanyu. He's also out there on the track at the moment, puts himself very handily 3rd fastest, make that 4th fastest, because Sebastian Vettel has never reached Q3 at Imola and has gone faster.
Verstappen's on a very good lap here. He's managed to go purple sector 1, purple sector 2, but the Ferrari can't get within half a second in the first sector.
And keep pushing. Should rain come in 2 minutes. Keep pushing.
So they're all fueled up for more than one lap. A 1:18.7 for Max Verstappen. He goes quickest overall. George Russell into the top 10 with a 1:20.7. His teammate Lewis Hamilton struggling again. 1:21.1, only 13th fastest. Ricciardo pushes Russell out of the top 10.
Yellow
Someone's
flag.
had a moment.
Carlos
Sainz at Rivazza 2.
Oh, he's in the wall.
He's in the wall. And you can see the Ferrari stuck there and has gone quite hard into the wall. That is a red flag. And if the rain is coming, that is bad news for anybody outside of the top 10.
Oh, he's just lost the rear, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not done anything massively wrong, but just wasn't necessary when he was in the position he was. He's going to definitely not sleep well tonight.
And it is not since the Japanese Grand Prix in 2012 that Mercedes have failed to reach Q3. But the rain's now coming down here, and I get the feeling that streak is going to end. George Russell now gets out of his Mercedes. Checker flag is now flying, so they thought no point sending either George or Lewis out. And to be fair, Lance Stroll and Mick Schumacher and Zhou Guanyu also not coming out.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Magnussen just dropped it just where it was into the tyres.
That could be a red flag as well. Well, if he's got the engine still running and can reverse out of there, yeah, it is a red flag. I was going to say, if he's got the engine still running, it reverse out shouldn't be too bad. But
on you go, Kevin. Don't drop the wheels too far into the gravel. I wonder, can he still continue if he gets the car back, if he's caused the red flag? I can think he can.
Well, if he can get back to the pits and it's not damaged, he should be able to.
On the white line,
yeah,
just not there, is it?
You've got to stay off the white lines. In the dry, you're all right.
Oh, look, he managed to get off the brake, put a little bit of throttle in when he was in the gravel. Very quick thinking, and that's what saved him. Look, he spun the rears up, then stopped it. Then he's been able to do that kind of 3-point turn and get going again.
Max Verstappen, 28.3 for the first sector, has just gone fastest overall at the start of the lap. Is Verstappen going to leave the best till last in this session? 5.5 minutes to go. Kevin Magnussen, 1:30.035. Fastest time so far. Next to cross the line, Valtteri Bottas goes second fastest. Alonso, after that mistake we saw at Aqua Minerale, only third fastest. Lando Norris now goes quickest into the 1:29s, but behind him, Charles Leclerc has gone quickest through the middle sector, and Max Verstappen has pretty much matched Leclerc through that middle part of the lap, but he's half a second up through the first sector as Sebastian Vettel goes fourth fastest, ahead of Sergio Perez, and Daniel Ricciardo now goes quickest overall.
Crofty, You're a pro, absolute pro. There's Leclerc staying away from the curbs as well as he crosses the line. He's definitely going to go to the top. It's just what Max Verstappen can do.
Yeah, we're into the 128s now. 128.7 for Charles Leclerc. Verstappen goes second fastest and separated by 2/100ths of a second. Max Verstappen has just done a 29.7, while Charles Leclerc has done a poor middle sector on his latest lap.
And I think there was a Alfa Romeo just on the right-hand side there, heading down into Ravazza. So Max Verstappen had to back out of that. That was going to be good enough for pole. Leclerc had already pulled out of that, so...
And that is bad news for Max Verstappen there. As I think Valtteri Bottas, the car is going to be stuck there for a while. Verstappen does go fastest overall, 127.9, but definitely backed off in that part of the lap.
That's not in question because I heard him lift when we were on board as well.
And I told you Valtteri Bottas is going to be stranded there and is getting out of the car. Red flag again. Valtteri Bottas getting out of his car and stopping. And here at Imola, the track that he's been third on the grid at the last 2 years, he is hoping, as Lando Norris has a moment at Aqua Minerale, Verstappen is hoping he can hold on to pole, and that is going to be another red flag. It looks to me like Norris has stopped.
I'm out.
And has gone in a lot harder into the barriers, and that is a red flag, and that is the end of qualifying. It won't resume now, and they know the job's done, and the driver, the reigning champion in the rain here at Imola, knows the job is done too. Charles Leclerc lines up alongside him on the front row of the grid for the sprint on Saturday. What a start that'll be. Lando Norris, who ends up in the barrier, will start P3 for the sprint. Kevin Magnussen did make it to the second row.